Fury will not make it out of 5. Malik Scott, let's go.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yep. Soak it in. Soak it all in. He ain't getting out of 5. Malik King Scott says Fury is not getting out of 5. I did predict 5 rounds. It might go earlier. I don't think it's going in the distance. Of course, it's boxing. Anything can happen. But I don't think it's going the distance. I don't think Fury thinks it's going the distance. And I know the haters are going to be in here in my comment section. But thank you for the view ahead of time. I know I got you triggered. But if you wasn't scared, you wouldn't be triggered. You should be happy. Rejoice, right? The Gypsy King is going to close the chapter in Deontay Wilder, right? He's going to prove his greatness, right? Why did it take him so long? We could have did all this December of 2020, December 5th to be exact. You wouldn't have to deal with all of this. Why did he get in the ring? Why did he say he pays millions of dollars to lawyers to see to his business? Why? Y'all don't know fear when you see it? One man who dominated is trying to get out of the fight, while the other man is just trying to get this clown to keep his word. Y'all don't see that? Who spends millions of dollars to try and get out of a fight that he can easily win? That can get him a payday that he can break even with Bob Arum and then go on to fight Anthony Joshua for 2 fights in Saudi. Not in your own country, because you have no license, but that's a whole nother video. Why are we going through all of this? If you could dominate Deontay, do it again and move on. Shut us up. That's all we ask. If you could beat him, let's see it. You see, if there was no legally binding contract, this wouldn't even be a conversation. We'd be sitting here saying, yo, man, we'd like to see Fury fight him again, but, you know, he's not gonna. He's not obligated to. But see, there was a legal obligation. And I'm bringing this up for a reason. Millions of dollars to lawyers to try and get out of a legally binded contract. Why do all of that in a fight that you could win? And you know you're in the red with Bob Arum. Why you do all that? Why are you having your fans speak up for you? Why is old media talking about Deontay, please move on? None of this made sense. And then when the arbitration ruling came down, glorified teeth sucking with a megaphone. Oh, man. Oh, man. You should be happy. You don't like Deontay, and this guy dominated him, so this should be Deontay's last fight because he can't do nothing else, right? You don't want to see Deontay pummeled? You don't want to see that? You got to switch the question. You don't want to see that? You're getting your wish. What do y'all? What's the problem? You're getting your wish, right? Man, listen. Reddit article. Malik Scott. Of course, they were quoting his interview with the general 78 Sports TV. It grinds their gears that they got to quote a YouTuber. That hurts their, oh man. They went to school for journalism. They paid money. Some of these guys are still paying back student loans. They're on TV. Millions of people around the world see them. And they're coming in second place to a YouTuber. All that education, all that resume to come in second place to a YouTuber. Anyway, I consider Fury a great boxer. Wilder is just greater, Scott said. As far as the upcoming bout, Scott is backing his man to the end to end things early. He does not expect, Fury to make it to the second half of the fight. Deontay Wilder is going to be heavyweight champion of the world for the second time. Tyson Fury will not make it out of 5 rounds. That's my prediction in the fight. Scott told 78 Sports TV. Not ESPN. Why not ESPN? Do y'all remember Joe Tessitore's rant to Stephen A. Smith after the Floyd Mayweather-Manny Pacquiao fight? And Stephen A. was like, yo, man, Floyd won. I told you he was going to win. Y'all remember Joe Tessitore's reaction? Boring fight. I mean, come on. He's supposed to be best in the game. I mean, come on. He literally had an attitude on live television. He literally had an attitude. He was disappointed. And I was looking at that. I said, wow, is Joe mad at how the fight played out, or is he mad at the outcome? When I say how the fight played out, as what was going on, the chess match in the ring. Is he mad at that, or is he mad at the outcome that Floyd won? Yeah, Floyd's supposed to be this great fighter. Something he said to that effect. I'm sure it's on YouTube. You can go look for it. He's supposed to be this great fighter. He couldn't close the show. He ran. He's basically saying he ran all night. The blatant disrespect. He was sitting there with an, he looked like a chick that got left on prom night. He was in his feelings. I said, wow, Joe. Wow. You was expecting something special. You was expecting a gunfight. You know Floyd don't do that. What are you mad at? He was mad Floyd ain't lose. That's what it was. And it was at that moment I said, all right, Joe. Then he's going to disrespect some YouTubers. Why are you disrespecting us, man? We got day jobs. A majority of us do. We got day jobs. You making 6 figures talking to people all around the world when you're on. You know? Everyone knows Joe Tessitore because you're the leader in sports, right? ESPN, right? ESPN. They should listen to you. You went to college for your craft. You take this seriously. How could people want to listen to us sitting in our living rooms, sitting on our porches, drinking, and we're talking boxing? Some of us are talking other sports too. Shout out to Ticket TV. Why them? Why us and not you? Why are you mad at us, big dog? Maybe it's because of things like this. That's ESPN, man. Huh? Maybe it's because you media guys who've done this, like who've gone to school for this. Look how many retweets that had. Look how many likes that had. Look at that. Am I missing something? Maybe it's because you guys, instead of doing your job, you put your personal feelings involved in things. Like you say things like this. All right, this is another professional, right? Yeah. You guys are professional, right? Listen, newsflash. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to do what you do. People come to YouTube because they can identify with whoever they want to identify with. And it don't have to be me or the LDBC or anybody else. It don't have to be, it can be anybody. It don't have to be 78. It don't have to be Trail. It don't have to be, it could be anybody. What they don't identify with is you. You insert your feelings, your personal feelings. When you're on that mic, you're supposed to be impartial. Y'all remember Jim Lampley? When he set up on his, remember he had that boxing show on HBO? When they inserted their personal feelings in their broadcast, and they took HBO in the route where they tried to force these foreign fighters down our throats and tell us that they were great than our homegrown American prospects. We have all these prospects in various cities in all 50 states, and they run into the Ukraine. They're running over to Kazakhstan to grab those guys and tell us that those guys are the future of boxing. As if there isn't 50 states here. In 1,000,001 boxing gyms. Remember that? Jim Lampley got on here and his, remember he had a Gaddy pound for pound list. The Gaddy list made 0 sense to me. Any fighter that fought like a Toro Gaddy will have a short career. And God rest the dead, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Gaddy was inciting to watch. Either he was going to win big or lose big. Jim Lampley stood up on his show and called Floyd a son of a bitch. Larry Merchant sat up there and told Floyd, I'd kick your ass if I was 50 years younger. Larry Merchant used to disrespect Bernard Hopkins. Larry Holmes was one of the most disrespected heavyweights in the world. Look it up. Look it up. So when we rallied behind Wilder and when we were rallying behind Floyd, it was the right. When we rallied behind Tim Bradley, when we rallied behind Andre Ward, it was the right thing to do because when they were active, they were disrespected. What does this have to do with Deontay Wilder? Think about the names I just mentioned. In the ridicule they fell under unnecessarily. Ask me again about Deontay Wilder. Malik Scott says Fury's not going to get out of 5 rounds, and I believe him. I believe him. And you know what else? Y'all believe him too. All that hooping and hollering I was doing for 14 months, that was fear. Because I did not see one Fury supporter / Wilder hater say, man, I wish Fury would just fight him and get him out the way. I want this guy going. Y'all were running around like children saying, aha, no third fight. I didn't see one of y'all saying, man, I wish Fury would just, this guy want to fight him again? Go ahead and fight him again. I wish he would just end him. I can't stand this guy. Just end him. Y'all didn't say that. Y'all did something cheap like celebrate a fight not happening. What kind of fan base is this today? Will you celebrate fights not happening? Any fighter that I supported, I wanted he or she to clean out whatever division so that they could leave no doubt. If there was someone coming up in the ranks and they would mention their names in the same sentence, I wanted that fight to happen. Because my thing is, great, let's see it. You think this guy beats this guy? I disagree, but great, let's see it. You new age people, if you can get your guy not to fight that guy, that's a win for you. You come from the era where in Little League, there are no losers. Everybody gets a trophy. Look, man, life don't work that way. There's winners and there's losers. If a team come in second or third, that's what it is. Go back to the drawing board, get your game up. That's life. And if they can't handle it at a little league stage, oh man, when they become adults, you men, grow up like that. The whole thing behind this Wilder Fury thing is you cowards sat up here and tried to justify this grown-ass man not keeping his word. What does that say about you as an adult? You're running around clowning, troll accounts, harassing people. The bottom line is the man had a contract and he ran for 14 months. If someone accused me of cheating and I know I didn't cheat, I'm going to want that. I'm going to want his head on a platter. But if I had a binding contract, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to have to fight him again. Regardless of how I feel about it, I have to. Think about what you guys are celebrating. You guys have zero integrity. None. This is why I believe Malik Scott. This man has shown you, Fury has shown you he wants no parts of Wilder. He's shown you. How can I believe what you say when I see what you do? He could trash talk all he wants, but the bottom line is the fight could have happened December 5th. And he was trying to fight everybody else except Deontay Wilder. They even put out pictures of him versus Ajit Caballel. Then he tried to run and grab Carlos Takam. This is the guy you celebrate? Yo, man, take a good look. Soak it in. It's about to be a wrap. Yeah, buddy. Move!